everyone, to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. Just got a real brief message, a real quick broadcast. There's been a U.S. drone shot down. The United States is saying that the unmanned drone was shot down in international waters. Iran, that shot down with the drone with a surface-to-air missile, said that the drone entered their airspace, and they thus shot it down. So the tensions are building. President Trump responded on his Twitter by a simple message saying Iran made a very big mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know what the book of Ezekiel says about the latter days, and we're living in the latter days, how the First Nation, I know this has nothing to do with this drone, but in a way it does. It lists the first nation to go against Israel in the latter days as being Persia, the ancient term for Iran. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we had the tanker explosion, the tanker attacks. It's not 100% sure. The United States saying they have intel saying that it was Iran influence. Iran's denying it. We don't know there's 100% truth on that. United States is trying to plead their cause with their intel, but tensions are growing between the United States and Iran, as once again the Bible seems to be true, and tensions are high. I got a video from Al Jazeera, a very good video, as always, that goes over the whole details of it. Stay tuned for it. It's coming right after this. Thank you for tuning in to Jerusalem's Gates, and here comes the video.
Iran made a very big mistake. That's a warning from U.S. President Donald Trump after Iran's Revolutionary Guards shot down an American drone early on Thursday. The two countries are disputing exactly where it happened. The United States says a surface-to-air missile fired at the unmanned aircraft in international airspace over the Strait of Hormuz. It's believed the drone was being used for high-altitude surveillance, but Tehran says the incident took place within its territory. The Revolutionary Guard says it intercepted the drone when it violated Iranian airspace in Hormuzgan province. Let's go straight to our White House correspondent, Kimberly Halkett, who joins us live now from Washington, D.C. And we have reaction, Kimberly, from the president.
Yeah, after days of the president almost downplaying the escalating tensions between the United States and Iran, we've had in the last hour reaction to the downing of that surveillance aircraft, the U.S. surveillance aircraft. The president taking to Twitter, very short tweet, but very strong in terms of the message. Iran made a very big mistake. Offering no further details on what he means by that in terms of what action he might take. But it's very clear that the United States is disputing the account from Iran of what has occurred. In fact, the official statement from Central Command, the United States Central Command, is that this was an unprovoked attack on a U.S. surveillance asset in international airspace. Of course, Iran disputing that account, but there is no question that the downing of this drone, Nick, has caused increased friction between Washington and Tehran. And you have to remember that this comes on the heels of just a few days ago, Monday to be specific, where the U.S. president announced he was sending an additional 1,000 troops to the Middle East, and then follows, of course, last week, we were widely reporting the incident that took place with regard to the attack on those two tankers, which the United States says, according to their intelligence, very grainy video, was the result of actions by Iran. So there's no question that there is increased friction between the two countries taking place. We are expecting the U.S. president to speak in the Oval Office with the Canadian Prime Minister in a couple of hours, and we expect at that time that he will elaborate further on this tweet where he is pointing the finger at Iran right now, saying Iran has made a mistake.
All right, Kimberly, thanks very much. Kimberly Halkett there at the White House. Let's now get the reaction from Tehran. Here's Dorsa Jabari.
According to Iran's Revolutionary Guards, they say that this drone took off from a U.S. airbase in the south of the Persian Gulf, where it made its way towards Iran. Now, they say that this device allegedly turned off all detection devices while it was making its way towards Iranian airspace. And shortly after 4 a.m. local time, at 4:05 exactly, the Iranians shot this drone down. Now, this comes as the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard has been speaking at a scheduled event in western Iran. Let's hear what he had to say.
We don't want to engage in any war, but we're fully prepared for war. Today's incident was a clear sign that we will protect our borders. Iran's borders are our red line. Be careful, we have experience. We have sent a clear and firm message. The drone had violated our borders.
Reaction has been coming in swift. The spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry has said that this is an act of aggression and it will be noted and responded to accordingly. We've also been hearing from a few MPs who said that they think this should go to the United Nations, that the Iranians should complain to that governing body within the United Nations. And also it comes as tensions are high in this region. The United States withdrawing from the 2015 nuclear agreement and reinstating some sanctions on Iran has had the Iranian officials saying that they are waging economic terrorism on Iran, and the recent escalation of tensions in this region is as a direct result of those policies.